My name's John Callas and I'm a moving and handling advisor with the OT service. I've been a moving and handling advisor and trainer for almost 20 years, and I've worked with professionals across all health professions in all circumstances, people's homes, nursing homes and hospital settings. Compatibility is a huge issue when talking about bathing. When we look at the classic hoist available in most community equipment stores, that is your classic mobile hoist, there are issues there that have to be considered when completing a risk assessment and subsequent handling plan. Most height adjustable baths will accommodate the base of a mobile hoist underneath it. The difficulties we start to experience when we're using mobile hoists come in the form of the biomechanical forces required to move the person and the hoist, then actually trying to position the person in the bath whilst hanging from a mobile hoist. So the biomechanical forces, they are basically the weight of your client plus the hoist versus the friction created from the contact between the hoist and the floor. So if your client is about 15 stone plus the weight of the hoist, that carer needs that amount of weight or more to move the hoist, which can be very hard. Then when you arrive at the bath, you may be able to get the hoist under the bath, but the reach of the boom arm of the hoist, depending on manufacturers, can differ. You may not have the length of reach you need to position your client in the right place in the bath, which often requires a second carer to pull the client towards them to get them right in the middle of the bath, which can cause strain on the client, strain on the carer, can also put the client or this hoist outside of base of support, because the boom arm of the hoist and the base of the hoist together create stability. If you start to pull something outside of that area of stability, you increase the chance of a tip-in risk, which causes your compatibility problem. But how do we get around that compatibility problem? The solution itself is quite straightforward. In a situation like this, I might get a company like Abacus to visit the property to look at the structure of the walls and the ceiling joists. And that'll tell me, can the property actually safely hold the ceiling track? Once that's confirmed, I can go ahead with the provision. Now, what the ceiling track hoist does for me in this situation, it removes the need for all that space needed by a mobile hoist to get from A to B. Bathrooms aren't often very big spaces. Also, dramatically reduces the biomechanical forces required to move that person from A to B. You no longer have the equation of the person's weight and the hoist versus friction against the floor. This will make it easier for the carer to get your client from, say, a wheelchair to the bath. But the ceiling track hoist can also be positioned directly above the point of lowering that you require, making it much easier for your carer to position your client in the perfect position in the bath, with less strain, less fuss, and more efficiently. I just want to have a quick word about slings. This is really important and something that when we're risk assessing and completing handling plans a lot, we might overlook. There are lots of slings you can use to support bathing, but something I see on occasion is when people come to me with problems around bathing, they can't get their client's feet over the edge of the bath. And that's often because we can become a little complacent and we'll set the adjustable straps for our slings for every maneuver to an upright position. What I'm going to say to you now is, if your risk assessment and subsequent handling plan allow it, why not consider hoisting your client in a reclined position, making it easier for the carer to get your client's feet over the edge of the bath. Thank you very much.